That was an amazing night.
It was pretty crazy.
Were you nervous going into that game?
You know, you're not really nervous. I mean, you're just trying to play the game you've been playing all year. You know, and we were in a spot where we were going to win it. I mean, that's how all of our guys felt when we were there. You know, we took great BP that day. Everybody was in a high note. You know, Mags knew that what we needed to do to get there, and you know, made the right calls at the right time. You know, we double steal late in the game, and end up that was a turning point in the game right there.
As
those guys come in to score.
Absolutely. As someone watching it as well, it was an encapsulation of the entire season.
Absolutely.
Everything that you did throughout the year, you did in that game.
Yep.
And in the end, a thrilling ninth inning victory.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Mags has put this team together for a long time, and he tries to do it the same way every year. I mean, we get some great defensive guys. We get guys that can small ball, and some guys can hit the long ball. And, you know, in our first 3 opening games this year, we've been playing pretty well.
Absolutely.
Pitching's been really good. Our defense has been outstanding. We've bunted when we needed to bunt and got it down and executed everything that we've asked them to do, and it's going good. And expect the same tonight.
Right.
We'll do the same thing.
Well, going to those 3 games in Cowlitz, earning the sweep over the weekend, outscored the Black Bears 18-3, and looking through the game notes in those games, your pitchers offered very few free passes.
Absolutely, and that's how the game's got to start. You know, we talked about that today in our analytics meeting on 0-2 pitches. We got a couple 0-2 pitches where guys gave up hits, and can't happen, you know. Luckily, it never came back to bite us in the butt.
Right.
So, but Christian's doing a great job with the pitching staff down there right now. Guys are listening to what he's doing. They'll be good. They'll be really good. And we got guys coming in still that aren't even here yet. So,
oh, yeah. No, that's the fun part of this season.
There's going to be some big names coming in. Some
right
big
on.
Arms. So
well, and Ryder Edwards already recognized by the West Coast
Yep.
League for his performance in Friday night's game. The team's off to a good start.
Yeah, fantastic job. Threw a lot of strikes,
Yep.
you know, got a lot of outs for us. 5 innings of great baseball.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and we expect that from him all year long. I mean, that's just the way he is. He's, you know, a wiry guy that's going to come out and throw strikes and get us ground balls and fly balls, and hopefully we score enough runs to win every time.
I certainly hope so. It's going to be a fun season.
Yeah.
Tonight you got Ethan Thomas on the bump. What do you know about Ethan?
I don't know much about Ethan.
Okay.
You know, we've been looking at his stats and doing all that stuff. Christian and I sat down and talked about it. We watched some video on him a little bit and stuff.
All right.
But he'll be a hard-throwing guy and a big, tall, lanky guy. I just met him yesterday. Actually, just got here. So looking forward to him having a good day today.
Right
and,
on.
Not a better day to come out and throw your first game with the Pickles against Corvallis Knights.
No, absolutely.
On a special night where it's the ring celebration and all that, he'll be jacked. He'll be ready.
Well, I got to talk to Coach Ben for a moment or two, and he said that we could probably expect mid-80s, possibly upper, and he's got a pretty mean sweeper there too.
Yep. No, he's going to throw strikes. He's going to throw strikes, and it'll be fun.
He should be fun to watch tonight.
He'll be a good one.
Right on. Well, Ron, did you have anything else?
Are we at that point?
I think we probably
We're at that point. Well, there's only one thing left to say, folks. Go Pickles!
Friends, we'll be back with tonight's first pitch in just a few moments.
I've never felt so welcome, so seen, so embraced.
It's not your run-of-the-mill cookie-cutter city.
I love this city. I really do.
You know, every city has its challenges, but it's always trying its best.
City changes, and the folks of Portland, we change with it.
Portland is a city full of people who want to do better every single day.
If you're looking for a place where it feels like home, Portland is that place.
It really feels like we have each other's back.
And everybody shares things with each other.
It doesn't matter where you come from.
Portland gives you a lot of room to be who you are.
Portland cares. Portland shows up.
I think it's the people that make Portland so different than other cities.
I wouldn't be where I am right now without the people of Portland.
I
love this city.
I love this city.
I love Portland.
I love Portland so much.
I hope you do too.
Well, hello again, baseball fans and addicts, wherever you may be. It's time for Pickles Baseball. Tonight, your reigning, defending, undisputed West Coast League champion Portland Pickles play host to the Corvallis Knights in the first of a 3-game series here at Walker Stadium. I'm Mike Jackson tonight. I'm working alongside Gary, Malachi, Sophia, Kevin, Kai, and Trenton, along with many others, and we will be bringing you the action tonight and all throughout the 2025 West Coast League season. Well, friends, it's the 2025 home opener, and we are celebrating the Pickles winning the 2024 West Coast League Championship all night long. Make sure you check out the new banner hanging out in right field during the game tonight. Finally able to raise a championship banner here at Walker Stadium. Your Pickles enter tonight's contest with a 3-0 record. They swept the Black Bears up at David Story Field in Longview over the weekend. Pitching was sharp and the offense was lively. Portland outscored Cowlitz 18-3 over the 3-game series. Also of note, Ryder Edwards was crowned West Coast League Pitcher of the Week for his relief performance Friday night against the Bears. Edwards got credit for the win, striking out 7 and yielding only 1 hit across 5 innings. He currently holds the league lead in strikeouts to boot. Before we get tonight's game underway, let's take a look back at the last 2 times that these teams faced off. It happened to be down in Corvallis for the West Coast League South Championship.
Bottom of the 9th inning, 4-1 Portland, 2 down, a man aboard. Chris Downs from the stretch delivers a chopper to the shortstop, short hop by Kashimoto. The throw to first is in time. And the Portland Pickles have knocked off the Corvallis Knights and ended the incredible run. And I'm disappointed to not see Knights fans rise into their feet. The Pickles fans are celebrating, and they will celebrate exuberantly, will the Pickles players, and deservedly so, for winning the ball game and winning the South Division and knocking the Corvallis Knights off their perch that they've occupied for 7 years. Knights fans are just picking up their things, I'm sure somewhat stunned and in disbelief.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate.
Tank's full, game on. Nice work, that saved us 32 seconds.
Wait, has anybody seen Adam?
Get up, get out of your bed now. Waste your time, ready to rise and shine.
Yeah, buddy.
In this day and age, there's so much misinformation out there. Having a relationship with the viewer that is about truth and about accountability, that is more important now than ever before. So I was born here, grew up here, graduated from high school at 18 from Jesuit out there in Beaverton, then went off to college. But ever since I graduated, I always kind of thought in the back of my mind, maybe I'll come back to Portland, and this was an opportunity I couldn't pass up.
All righty, friends, welcome back again. 2025 opening night here at Walker Stadium. Game 4 for your Portland Pickles. First game of the season for the Corvallis Knights. They did not play over the weekend. There were a couple other teams that did not play over the weekend either. In just a moment, we're going to kick it down to the Portland Pickles public address announcer, Joe Simons, and the always funny Jeremiah Coughlin for the introduction of your 2025 Portland Pickles starting lineup for tonight's game.
Walker Stadium, are you ready to meet your defending West Coast League champion, Portland Pickles? Yeah! Leading off tonight and patrolling center field from University of San Francisco, number 10, Jordan Lewis. Batting second and playing second from Utah Tech, number 7, Kyle McDaniel. Batting third on the hot corner from Utah State, number 37, Case Naone. Batting cleanup is your designated hitter, a commit to Oregon State, number 36, Bryson Glasgow. Batting fifth, playing right field from Vanguard U, number 23, Josh Schleichert. Batting sixth and playing left from Loyola Marymount, number 17, Zion Williams. Yeah. Batting seventh and playing first from University of Hawaii, number 26, Kevin Ferguson. Fergie in the house. Batting eighth is your man behind the plate from Long Beach State, number 20, Connor Stewart. Batting ninth, your shortstop from Utah Tech, number 4, Petey Soto Jr. On the bump for your Pickles from Oklahoma, number 46, Ethan Thomas. Woo. Your Pickles are coached by infield coach Hector Infante, catcher coach Griffin Williams, pitching coach Christian Scholl, associate head coach Jim Hopple, and the Pickles head coach is Mark Mags Magdaleno. At this time, we ask that if you are able to please stand.
All right, friends, that was the voice of the one and only Joe Simons introducing your Pickles starting lineup. There you can see the pitching matchup for tonight's game. Ethan Thomas from the University of Hawaii had 25 innings pitched this past season with a 1-1 record, a 3.60 ERA. He's going to be opposed by Zach Johnson, who pitched this past spring at Linfield University. 42 1/3 innings, 3-1 record, and a 5.10 ERA. One of the things we were noticing earlier, the discrepancy in the number of walks, 20-6, definitely pro Pickles in that category. 43 strikeouts for Zach, 37 for Ethan Thomas. So a little bit better strikeout over innings pitched ratio than did Zach, but should be a tight ball game tonight. Coach Ben told me earlier when we were talking that Ethan is probably going to be in the mid to upper 80s this evening. We may see, told he had a great off-speed pitch, sweeper that should be well on display this evening. I have no clue what we are doing tonight as far as possible silly things here at the stadium. I have tried to keep myself out of all of that. So really, whatever happens tonight, guess we're going to find out together. Should be an amazing start to the season. We missed the Knights lineup, so let's run through that quickly here. Leading off for the Knights, their third baseman, number 12, Brooks Avery. He'll be followed by the shortstop, number 2, Braden Mondo. Jake Holmes, the first baseman, number 30, batting in the 3 spot. Joshua Proctor, the right fielder, batting cleanup. He'll be followed by the left fielder, Kellen Siegel. Xavier Rios catching tonight. Aiden O'Malley in the 7th spot as the designated hitter. He'll be followed by Sam Giansante in center field and Elliot Brown, the second baseman. There you see Ethan Thomas out on the mound taking his warm-up pitches for your Portland Pickles. His first start in the West Coast League this season. He threw for University of Hawaii, as mentioned earlier. He's throwing those warm-up pitches to Connor Stewart, who's behind the plate. Returning Pickle Kevin Ferguson at first base, Kyle McDaniel at second, Case Deone at third, Petey Soto Jr. at short, Zion Williams, Jordan Lewis, and Josh Schleichart, your outfielders from left to right. Beautiful night out for baseball here at Walker Stadium. Game time temperature 79 degrees. Just going down from there, but it is sunny out. It's supposed to be great weather all week. If you weren't able to join us here at the park tonight, hopefully you can get tickets to one of the upcoming games. From what I understand, we've got 9 games in 10 days. Actually, we will be playing the Marion Berries this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This was not originally that series placement on the schedule, so just want to make you all aware, West Coast League Pickle games here this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the new team, the Marion Berries. 2 hours and 49 minutes, the over-under set for tonight. I started the preseason off pretty well. I called one game exactly on the nose, so we'll see how tonight goes. Brooks Avery, Braden Mondo, and Jake Holmes for the Knights here to start. Thomas into his wind. His first pitch just off the plate at 91, ball 1. Sun hanging out over the trees out in left field, casting a shadow just around the third base area on the infield. Everything else in the shade. Line in the 1-0 on the way, swung on. That one's out to center field. Jordan Lewis going back on the ball, makes the catch on the warning track. Late the put out on Brooks Avery. That was hard hit. 93 miles an hour, the exit velo on that. 352 feet estimated distance. Alan Eckert checking in. Glad to have you along. Tom Jones, Debbie, glad to see you. Jack Ivy checking in the chat as well. Glad to have you all along. One away here in the top of the first. Thomas pitch on the way, swung on, hit to first and through the hole. Braden Mondo with a 1-out single. Josh Schleichart starter and right with ball in. Alan's brother's watching in Virginia. Glad you could join us for the broadcast. Feel free to join us in the chat if you'd like. It's silly here. Runner on first, one down for Jake Holmes. Yeah, the Marion Berries is a great name. Can't wait to see the logo. I haven't actually seen it yet, which is my fault. It's out there. I'll probably see it when I check the West Coast League scoreboard later. Pitch on the way, fouled off to the right. 0-1. Thomas, glad you could join us tonight. Hopefully you can make it out and catch a game. This one, crowd is good tonight. Stands are full, berms look healthy. Should be a raucous crowd once this gets going. Oh, 1 on the way now. Just a bit off. Crowd wanted the call, didn't get it. Evens the count at 1-1. Thomas pitch on the way. Sharon checking in from Tucson, Arizona. Welcome in, friend. Mondo gets his lead at first. Thomas with the 1-1, fouled off to the right again. Moves the count to 1-2. Thomas living in the low 90s so far. Are the field mics on? You know what? We may not have brought those back up. We can work on that. Appreciate that, Thomas. Thank you much. There we go. See, I broadcast with one ear off. Swung on and missed. That got him. Thomas with the strikeout at Jake Holmes. 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Ron the K-Man got new Ks this year out in left field. So he'll be hanging the first of those. Might give us a crowd count later. We'll work on that. Absolutely. Our home plate umpire tonight, Jacob Fisher, out to dust off the dish. Joshua Proctor checks in. Proctor, the right fielder. Throw over to first and back standing is Mondo. We'll see you this weekend for Drag Night. Oh, that's nice. We're doing Drag Night this weekend. Sweet. I also have done a very poor job at looking ahead on the promo schedule. I like to be surprised when I show up. Now the pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Man, yanked the back end out of that one, 79 miles an hour. I thought Ben said he was going to be in the 80s. Gunn's got him at 90 plus. All right, he's firing it in there. Thomas, another throw over to first, diving back this time is Mondo. Wesley bringing up former Pickle Kyle Manzardo. Absolutely. Got a Kyle Manzardo rookie card on the way in the mail. 0-1 pitch. This is a little high at 92. Keeps the count at 1-1. Marlene checking in from Nevada. Jonathan Eckert from Richmond, Virginia. Great. Thomas looking for a sign from Stewart. He's got it. Runner goes. Pitch apparently was a ball. Oh, it was a strike. Thank you, Gary. Throw down to second, a little wide. Backing up on the play, P.D. Soto Jr. Stolen base for Braden Mondo. So runner on in scoring position for the Knights. Though Proctor behind in the count, 1-2. Sliver of sun on the infield shrinking. 1-2 pitch on the way, fouled off. Just over the head of Kellen Siegel, taking on deck swings in the back. Lewis Rose is checking in at work and at lunch right now. Glad you could join us for a little while, friend. Good to have you along. Hope work's going well for you. Runner on second, 2 down. 1-2 on the way, swung on and missed. He got him. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the frame for Ethan Thomas. And that'll do it in the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. To the bottom of the first we go. No score at the walk.
This is how you build a community of health and hope. With award-winning heart specialists, personalized women's care, a hospital 100 years in the making, and dozens of clinics that bring health and healing to your neighborhood, all strengthened by our partnership with OHSU. Adventist Health Portland, all the care you need, right where you need it.
Well, if you go on Google and you type in, who is the mayor of Northeast Portland, a picture of Paul Law spot up.
Everybody belongs here.
I've never felt so welcome, so seen, so embraced.
It's not your run-of-the-mill cookie-cutter city.
I love this city. I really do.
You know, every city has its challenges, but it's always trying its best.
City changes, and the folks of Portland, we change with it.
Portland is a city full of people who want to do better every single day.
If you're looking for a place where it feels like home, Portland is that place.
It really feels like we have each other's back.
And everybody shares things with each other.
It doesn't matter where you come from.
Portland gives you a lot of room to be who you are.
Portland cares.
Portland shows up.
I think it's the people that make Portland so different than other cities.
I wouldn't be where I am right now without the people of Portland.
Welcome back, friends. It is Zach Johnson out on the mound. He's going to be facing Jordan Lewis, Kyle McDaniel, and Case Naone for your Portland Pickles.
San Francisco, number 10, go nuts for Jordan Lewis.
Xavier Rios behind the plate for the Knights. Johnson into his wind, his first pitch of the ball game misses at 72, ball one. Jake Holmes at first, Elliott Brown at second, Brooke Avery at third, Brayton Mondo at short. 1-0 on the way, swung on and crushed. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Raise those chairs! Touch 'em all, Jordan Lewis, well done on the second pitch of the game. 99 miles an hour on the exit velo, 286 down the line, and your first chance to raise the chairs in the regular season at home. Wahoo, that was fun. Pitch misses high, ball one. Kellen Siegel, Sam Giansante, and Joshua Proctor, the Knights outfielders from left to right. Johnson with the 1-0. That one in there for a strike at 91. Well, I hope that got everybody's blood pumping. Maybe the dogs barking at home if they weren't ready for it. Has happened sometimes. 1-1 on the way, well outside. I imagine that escaped his hand before he meant to throw it. 2-1 the count. That one misses high at 91, ball three. 3-1. Johnson showing off some velo early here. McDaniel, the only left-handed batter, steps back in. That pitch definitely in there for a strike at 91. Middle, count goes full. Last gasp of sunshine between home plate and third base. The 3-2 swung on. That one taken out to right center field. Proctor drifting over, but it looks like it's going to be Sam Giansante making the catch. Now McDaniel retired L8.
Your next batter's on the hot corner from Utah State, number 37, Case Naone.
Case Naone, the third baseman, at the plate with one down. First pitch he sees, tails away, ball one. Deb had to enlighten the commentator from Cowlitz how the chair thing all started last weekend. Well, that's fair. 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. One the count on Case. Pitch on the way, swung on inside out, swing down the right field line, but hooking foul into the netting. So the count 1-2. Bryson Glasgow, the designated hitter, on deck. Zach winds and deals. 1-2 pitch sent into center field. Giansante back on the ball, able to handle it. Long fly out for Case. 2 down here in the Pickles half of the first. That'll bring up your designated hitter, number 36, Bryson Glasgow.
Committed to Oregon State, number 36, Bryson Glasgow.
Johnson's first pitch to Bryson is headed to the parking lot, foul. 0-1. Johnson's next pitch gets pretty much the same result. Count 0-2 as our home plate umpire receives a few more baseballs. Zach with the side from Rios, the 0-2, high at 93. 1-2. One-two from Zach, just misses away at 81. Close called on that one. Glasgow awaits the 2-2. Check swing, he went around, swung on and missed. Glasgow down on strikes, and that'll do it for your Pickles here in the first. But a leadoff home run from Jordan Lewis puts him on the board. Your Pickles lead 1-0.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, 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 dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate, 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 dominate.
When you move here, I feel like there is almost just a permission to do your thing.
So it's very easy to kind of find out who you are in terms of your identity as an artist or a performer.
I think that's what I see out here is people doing what they love.
Portland is a city for dreamers.
To the top of the second we go. Your Pickles establishing themselves a 1-0 lead. Kellen Siegel, Xavier Rios, and Aiden O'Malley for the Knights.
We're going to launch those balls into hula hoops. The top of the 7th inning.
Danny Trist wondering how many innings that Johnson should last.
What can't you win at Launch a Ball?
5. I feel like the 12-year-old answer would be like 6 or 9, but
Leading off the Knights left fielder from London Community College, number 9, Kellen Siegel.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. We'll run through the Pickles defense after the first out's recorded. Kellen Siegel standing in. Thomas first pitch, the second couldn't be caught up to 91 at the top of the zone. 0-1. Daniel playing on the edge of the outfield grass at second. Lewis fairly deep in center as that pitch fouled back. 0-2. Jay Skull checking in. Welcome. I need a pickle win tonight. Watching my Red Sox has been torture lately. Well, it's been relatively pleasant watching the Mariners so far, and I am delighted. 0-2 on its way now, off the plate at 94. Wow. We're still trying to figure out at Walker Stadium the difference between a whale and a dolphin, but we're getting there. Line in the 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 3 straight strikeouts for Ethan Thomas. Man, he's living in the low 90s. Ron the K-Man's gonna be busy out there. Gary knows what a dolphin is. Well done, friend. What's up? Oh, yeah, that's right. We were going to talk about the defense. Connor Stewart behind the dish. Kevin Ferguson at first. Kyle McDaniel at second. Case Naone at third. P.D. Soto Jr. at short. Zion Williams, Jordan Lewis, and Josh Schleichart, your outfielders from left to right. First pitch swung on and fouled off the third base side. 0-1 on Xavier Rios. Rios hesitates, now taps home plate as he steps back in. Thomas has his sign. The 0-1, swung on, lifted out to right field. Nope, over by the berm, excuse me. I didn't realize that tailed that far foul. So the count 0-2 on Rios. Steps back in, twirls the bat, he's ready. Thomas shakes off Stewart, now looks like he has his sign. 0-2 on its way in. Miss. Oh, called strike 3. Rios down on strikes. That is 4 in a row for Ethan Thomas. Dang. Well, what little sunlight is hitting the Walker Stadium field has been reduced to the third base river mark logo in foul territory. Sun's still barely hanging out above the trees. Pitch on the way in there for a strike at 91. 0-1. Jonathan Eckert, I need some afternoon games. It's so late on the East Coast. That's not going to happen, friend. The only relief you're going to get is the Sunday night games start at 6. 0-1 on the way. Swung on, bouncer towards second. McDaniel has it. Over to first, 4-3 the put out on Aiden O'Malley, and that is it for Corvallis in the second. No runs, hits, errors, or anyone left. To the bottom of the second frame we go. 1-0 Pickles.
Need a portable restroom? Choose Willie Make It. We provide superior portable restrooms with unmatched customer service. Give our friendly office staff a call and set up your rental today.
What pairs well with pickles? Gourmet sausages and franks from Zenner's Sausage Company, official sausage of the Portland Pickles. You can find Zenner's craft sausages at retailers such as New Seasons, Market of Choice, QFCs, and many other restaurants around town. Find out more at zenners.com.
Game on! Game on! Game on! Game on!
Welcome back, friends. Got a shot of our fans down the third baseline there, and look at those diligent fans that brought their beer bats back. Honestly, if we were going to do an over-under on anything tonight, we probably should have done an over-under on the number of people that brought their beer bats back from last year. I'm so impressed. I do hope they got washed out since last season. Safety first, ask questions later. Josh Schleichart, the right fielder, Zion Williams, and Kevin Ferguson for your Pickles here in the second inning. While we've got a second, let's check around for those West Coast League scores. In Port Angeles, the Nanaimo Night Owls lead the Lefties 4-0, that game in the top of the fourth. Apple Sox have a 4-0 lead over Kelowna, that game in Wenatchee in the bottom of the fourth. Bellingham over Kamloops, 3-0 top four in Bellingham. And the Marionberries have piled on another run. They lead the Raptors 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth. I'll try and get to the games I didn't get to in just a moment. Schleichart stands in for his first AB tonight. Takes the first pitch, slaps it to the left side. Avery has it, throw over to first in time. Schleichart down 5-3. Florida man checking into the chat. Welcome, friend. Glad you could join us tonight.
Zion Williams.
Championship celebration night here at Walker Stadium. Johnson's first pitch to Zion Williams fouled toward the Knights dugout, 0-1. Lights on here at Walker Stadium. For you longtime fans, you know how important that is. 0-1 pitch, high and tight, evens the count at 1-1. Johnson into his wind, pitch on the way. That one floats high, ball 2, 2-1. Crowd starting to get on Johnson. Those last pitch been a little close to Zion's head. 2-1 now, swung on and missed. 91, maybe a little above the zone. Williams takes a moment with the count 2-2. Steps back in, he's at the ready. Johnson 2-2 high, ball 3. Count full on Zion. Kevin Ferguson on deck. Pitch on the way, foul. Count remains full. Well, Annie, you said that, not me. Though that might be something I might say. 3-2 now, low and away, ball 4. Zion works the game's first walk. One aboard with 1 on. That'll bring up your first baseman, number 26, Kevin Ferguson.
Number 26, Kevin Ferguson.
Believe Ferguson just got in over the weekend, did not play in the series against Cowlitz. Throw over to first base, diving back is Williams. Lewis, I'm doing well, hope you're doing well. Knights currently trailing 1-0 here as play continues in the bottom of the second. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. A little off that, 89 on the gun. Zion gets his lead over at first. Draws another throw from Johnson. Tag goes down, but Zion back in time. Williams reestablishes his lead over at first. About a stride and a half. Draws another throw and back safely. So Johnson and Holmes playing catch with each other while everybody stands around patiently. Well, except for Zion, he keeps having to dive back to first. Williams is lead again. Johnson's 0-1. That one is crushed out to left field. Will it stay fair? No, it will not. I really did think that he'd gone yard there. Man. So the count now 0-2 on Ferguson. Johnson's next pitch misses high, 78. Okay, so the crowd does know what a dolphin is, never mind. It's the whale that seems to confuse people. Zach set at the belt. The 1-2. First pitch. Two and two the count. One down, Connor Stewart on deck. Ferguson ready. Johnson's 2-2, swung on, popped up. Shallow center field, Sam Giansante comes running in and able to make the catch. 8 to put out on Ferguson. 2 away. It is so pretty here at Walker Stadium tonight, friends.
Here comes your catcher.
Seriously, if you can, please to be coming and joining us for a game in the next week or so. The weather here is supposed to be ridiculously perfect this time of year. 2 down for Connor Stewart. Takes the first pitch he sees, pops it up the left side of the infield. Brooks Avery makes the catch, and that'll do it for your Pickles here in the second. To the top of the third we go, still 1-0 Portland.
Pickle juice race presented by...
Bet it all on me, bet it, bet it all on me, yeah. Bet on me, I got that high hand, tell them stop playing, wait, one more boy. Bet it all on me, bet it all on me,
Need a portable restroom? Choose Willie Make It. We provide superior portable restrooms with unmatched customer service. Our unique pressure washing and hospital-grade disinfectant process eliminates 86% more mold and bacteria than traditional methods. From small events to large construction, our trained technicians and friendly staff ensure a pleasant and successful rental experience. Give our friendly office staff a call and set up your rental today. Willie Make It, clean, reliable, and committed to your needs.
We noticed. I guess Tide's the winner. I don't know what that spinning was.
You know, it's sort of a silly thing to say, but look at that championship pickle right there, would you? Dylan did get his championship ring as part of the ring ceremony earlier. That was delightful and earned.
Is coming around right now. The original pickle shot delivered right to you if you're sitting in the bleachers. It's being contained in that resplendent lavender bucket.
Sam Giansante, Elliott Brown, and Brooks Avery for the Knights here in the third.
By Joe Simons.
Thomas finishing up his warm-up pitches. Shenanigans here at the stadium went a little long, as they do sometimes. Oh yeah, we were gonna check in on the rest of the West Coast League scores. My bad, I'm out of practice. In Springfield, the Drifters trailing the Bend Elks 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Up in Edmonton, the Riverhawks crushing the Victoria Harbor Cats 9-1 in the top of the sixth. And the Yakima Valley Pippins and Walla Walla Sweets are scoreless in the bottom of the first. And those, friends, are your West Coast League scores. First pitch of the third, swung on and missed. 0-1 on Giansante. 91 on the gun again. Man. Thomas's next offering misses outside at 92. Now 1-1. Elijah checking in from concessions here at the stadium. Welcome. Thomas with the 1-1, fouled off to the right. Not quite parking lot bound. RX, I'm not going to do that. I'll do that on break, though, I promise. We're a little overstimulated up in the press box today. That's all right. Sometimes it be like that. Now 1-2 on Giansante. Next pitch, ouch, off the helmet. So first HBP of the ball game.
Second baseman number 3, Elliott Brown.
Giansante aboard, Elliott Brown his first at-bat. Lefty standing at the back of the box. First pitch he sees, he fouls off. Looked like it might have gotten a piece of our home plate umpire. Oh, and one. Brown takes a moment, checks back in. Thomas has his sign from Stewart, checks first. Brings in the 0-1. Eluded the strike zone at 91. Count goes to 1-1. Giansante gets a lead at first. Enough to draw a throw. He dives back in safely, loses his helmet in the process. Brown steps back in. Thomas comes set. Holds. Now throws over to first, diving back this time is Giansante. Thomas throwing in the low 90s tonight. Giansante is lead. The 1-1. This is low at 92. I would do barbecue sauce on fried pickles. We had somebody in here talking about peanut butter and fried pickles, and I've decided we're going to bring some peanut butter into the press box, get an order of those, and everybody is going to try them. I haven't told them that yet. This is the first they're hearing of it. Throw over to first base, back in time is Giansante.
Everybody clap your hands. Everybody.
Just starting to cover the sun out in left. 2-1 on the way. Swung on, hit to short. Soto Jr.'s got it over to second for one. The relay to first. In time! 6-4-3, and it looked pretty in person, let me tell you. Nice play by Petey. Soto Jr. at short. Had to quickly get it to McDaniel, who was able to turn that fast himself. Away for the Knights. Turns the lineup over. Brooks Avery for his second at-bat. Robert Mills checking in from the host family section. Glad to have you back, friend. Woo. Wow. That must have been that sweeper Ben was telling us about. 78 miles an hour, a little high. Nice movement to it, though. 1-0 from Thomas. Fouled off to the right side. Yeah, you're right about that, Alan. Soto had to charge that. Had some nice plays at shortstop up in Cowlitz over the weekend as well. Team field's pretty good. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back. Now goes to 1-2.
2 strikes, let's make some noise. 1-4. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Brooks takes a moment. Steps back in. Stands close to the plate, back of the box. 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him. Strikeout number 5 for Ethan Thomas ends the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left to the bottom of the third. We go still 1-0 Pickles.
Well, if you go on Google and you type in, who is the mayor of Northeast Portland, a picture of Paul Law spot up.
Coin 6 is all about keeping you informed. Now, the all-new Coin Plus streaming app is your way of staying more connected than ever. Watch live newscasts.
Why the governor today held a news conference.
Or the stories you want to see on demand, anytime. Just go to the channel store and search Coin Plus.
We've got you covered.
It is fantastic. The Coin Plus app is free on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Rivermark is growing to better serve our community with more locations and extended hours for our busy members. Together, we're working to transform lives and communities through financial wellness and a focus on increased give back. Become part of something more. With us, you can.
We're ready to rise and shine.
I did not call.
They don't do boring. Hot, juicy, unreal.
To the bottom of the third we go at Walker Stadium. Your Pickles with a 1-0 lead over the Corvallis Knights. How can you beat an evening like this? Being out at the ballpark. A little bit for everybody out here.
We had a semifinal contest. Grant High School beat Jesuit to advance to the finals.
Apparently Grant High School beat Jesuit.
That's happening Saturday. How about a hand for Grant High School?
So Grant High School to the championships. Have I ever witnessed a trick play at Walker? No, actually.
Third for your Pickles, the shortstop from Utah Tech. Number 4, Edie Soto Jr.
The dulcet tones of Joe Simons letting us know that P.D. Soto Jr. due to the plate. I haven't seen any trick plays, but I have seen some tricky to score plays, but I leave that to Gary. First pitch off the plate at 89, 1-0. That's right, Saucy T, the Bangers mascot here at the stadium, as the 1-0 pitch skied out to second base. Elliott Brown makes the play. The way Giansante was coming in, I thought it might have more carry than that. That was my bad.
Your center fielder, number 10, Jordan Lewis.
Center fielder Jordan Lewis led off the game with a home run. I mean, it was the second pitch, but first pitch he sees this AB is headed to the parking lot. Oh, and one. Lewis steps back in. Johnson's 0-1, bounced down the third baseline, foul. Almost into the Pickles dugout. Lewis down in the count, 0-2 as Jacob Fisher, our home plate umpire, dusts the plate off again. His partner out in the field, Hudson Boucher. The 0-2 pitch on the way, high at 90. 1-2.
Let's go, Pickles.
One-two fouled off to the Pickles dugout. So the count remains the same. Lewis back in. 1-2 on its way. Foul this time off to the right side. Pickles open the season up at the Black Bears, going 3-0. Won in a shutout the first game. Great pitching that night. 1-2 again, swung on sharply, hit through the hole on the left side. Jordan Lewis aboard with a single, takes a wide turn at first, then checks back in.
Here's your second baseman, number 7.
So Pickles with one on and one down. Second baseman Kyle McDaniel. Kyle off to a nice start coming into the season. At 417 with a pair of RBIs. Next pitch, he says this at bat misses away at 88 ball. Zach throws over to first base. Lewis back safely. I did get a ring, friends. The organization was kind enough to bestow one upon me, and that was a wonderful honor. Throw over to first, and again, Lewis dives back safely. And then as an added treat, I was allowed to bestow Gary his championship ring, and that was wonderful. I was really happy for that opportunity. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike at 88. Evens the count at 1-1. Pretty decent line on the party deck, it looks like. Seems on brand. Lewis gets his lead. 1-1 now. He goes. Throw down to second base. Toast. Yeah. Throw was a little wide to the third base side, but was a strong throw down there from Rios. Jordan Lewis gunned down. Gary is our scorekeeper here at Walker Stadium. He has more tenure than everybody but like 2 people here. That one smoked out to right field. Will it clear the scoreboard? Yes, it will! Raise those chairs, Pickles fans! Kyle McDaniel with a 362-foot bomb to right field. 100 miles an hour on the exit, Philo, and your Pickles now with a 2-0 lead. So K.A. Snaone now stands in. Pitch catches the inner part of the plate for a strike at 78. 0-1. That one in there as well. Gun off speed, 78 on the gun on that one. Wind, and now the 0-2. Inside out swing toward right field. Into the netting. Into the netting just in front of the right field berm. 0-2 the count still. No, I didn't peek over. Was it green tonight or blue, Gary? The fog from the bullpen? Looks a little green tonight. Oh, is it blue tonight? Okay. I guess Ron the K-Man can tell us. You know, it is white now. That is true. Johnson with the 0-2, popped up right side. The only question is, will it stay in play? The answer is it will not. Valiant effort by Jake Holmes to try and snag that before it hit the netting. Just couldn't quite pull it off. So we'll reset again. Naone behind the count, 0-2. I believe I set the over-under tonight at 2 hours and 49 minutes. 0-2 pitch on the way. Misses high at 73.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
Johnson brings in the 1-2. Hit to the right side. Fielded by Holmes. Race to the bag, and not in time. Tie goes to the runner. Naone beats out an infield single. amazing hustle up that first base line. Credit Holmes, that was quite the race over to first.
Bryson Glasgow.
Yeah, now check this out. Fields it cleanly, thought he might underhand it to the pitcher, and then it was a race to the bag, and Case really did make it there in time. First pitch to Glasgow misses low and away at 88, ball one. Now we've got a mound visit for the Knights.
I love your walk-up song.
Petey Soto Jr. started off the inning, popped out to second base. Jordan Lewis got aboard with a single. Tried to swipe second, did not get away with it. Then Kyle McDaniel just crushed one over the scoreboard out in right. Case followed that up, beating out the infield single that you just saw a moment ago, and that is where we are here in the third. So friends, you might have seen that pinstripe green Pickles jersey that I was wearing during the pregame show. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, that thing is so unbelievably cool. I don't know if it's up on the website yet, but if you come down to the stadium here, you got yourself a chance to get it. It's probably one of the nicest jerseys they've done so far. On the back of the neck, on the collar, is stitched in WCL Champions. It's amazing. So, 1-0 the count. Ace Naone at first. Glasgow awaits the 1-0, and that misses at 88. All 2-0. Midnight Rocker, this is the West Coast League, a collegiate wood bat summer league on the West Coast. Hence the name. 2-0 pitch misses low, ball 3. 3-0. I think they were 100 and were seriously worth every penny. 3-0 the count on Bryson Glasgow. That pitch misses high, ball 4. So Naone moves down to second base. Glasgow aboard with the second walk issued this game by Zach Johnson.
Here comes your right fielder, number 23, Josh Schweikart.
2 on, 2 away for Josh Schweikart. For 11 on the season. Look back towards second base. Pitch on the way. Catches the outer black at 88. 0-1. No, Chris, I'm just telepathic, friend. Naone gets his lead at second. Glasgow a lead over at first. Long look back by Johnson, pitch on the way in the dirt. Nice stop by Rios. Now moves to 1-1. Runners reestablish their leads. The 1-1 now, swung on, popped up, coming back behind us. Now goes to 1-2. Man, the crowd is feisty tonight here. Are the pickle chips spicy this year or something? I don't know what's going on down there. Long look back at second. Now the 1-2. Managed to golf that foul onto the left side. What do we know about Utah Tech? The Mags seem to get a couple great kids from there this year. 1-2 the count on Schweikart. Johnson set at the belt, looks back at second again. 1-2. Oh! Got him looking at 75. Schweikart down on strikes, and that'll do it for the Pickles rally here in the third, but they do tag on one more run after a third of the baseball game has been completed. Your Pickles lead 2-0.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate, 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 dominate. did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate. Dominate.
Tank's full. Game on. Nice work. That saved us 32 seconds. Wait, has anybody seen Adam?
Get up, get out of your bed now. Waste your time. Ready to rise and shine.
Yeah, buddy.
A hearty deep dish, crisp Detroit style, or classic thin crust. We've got it all. Swing by and enjoy our local
Welcome back,
brews,
friends.
cocktails. Yes, delivered.
Some heated words at the end of that after that at bat. May have just been fired up coming off the mound. Not 100% certain. Guess we'll see as the game rolls on. Ethan Thomas out for another inning for your Pickles. For those uninitiated, I'm Mike Jackson. Tonight I'm working alongside Gary, Malachi, Sophia, Kevin, Kai, and Trenton, along with many others. We've been bringing you the action all night tonight, and we'll continue to do so throughout the 2025 season. Braden Mondo, Jake Holmes, and Joshua Proctor for the Knights. Sun has taken recess behind the trees out in left field, and there may be some additional cloud cover because the temperature has definitely dropped here at Walker Stadium. Thomas has his sign from Stewart. First pitch of the fourth in there for a strike at 76. 0-1. So you think about it, that last pitch came in at 76, and we've seen him hit the gun at 92. It's a 16-mile-an-hour difference. That's incredible. The 0-1 now, low and away. Nice stop by Stewart. Hitting the aforementioned 92 miles an hour, as if on cue. See, it's actually me in his headset. He doesn't know that, but I'm calling the game from up here. 1-1 on the way, high. Did we do something with the level in my ear? Because I got very loud. Okay. If we could give me warning next time, that might be awesome. No, no worries. You didn't blow out my eardrum or anything. Just a little startled. 2-1 the count on Mondo. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3. 3-1. Yeah, a borderline pitch. It could have gone either way. Thomas now with the 3-1. Swung on, popped up right field. Josh Leichhardt comes in a step or two and makes the easy grab. 9 the put out on Mondo, 1 away. The pitcher currently on the mound for the Portland Pickles is Ethan Thomas.
Number 30, Jake Holmes.
That right there is number 30, Jake Holmes, the first baseman. Oh, I appreciate you guys. I don't know that anybody wants that. You do not need a 12-year-old in charge of anything. First pitch to Holmes, checks his swing, goes around. 0-1. Between 76 and 92. I think those are the extremes we've had him on the gun so far. Thomas with the 0-1, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Count to 0-2. Ethan into his wide. 0-2 pitch on the way. Off the plate at 93. Not by much. One and two on Jake Holmes, Joshua Proctor on deck. Pitch on the way, fouled off. That one will make it out of the park, not quite to the parking lot. It is so great to be here on opening night. New set of baseballs for our home plate umpire. Holmes steps back in. The 1-2 now. Foul back. Up, coming back. Right back to our home plate umpire. 1-2. Thomas with 5 strikeouts so far. Ron's got new very large Ks. He's been hanging under the official league banner out in left. 1-2 coming in. 91 above the zone. Crowd here wanted it. Did not get it. Middle infielders playing on the edge of the outfield grass. 2-2 now in the dirt. Gets by Stewart all the way to the backstop. Count full on Holmes, who's battled through a great at-bat so far. Two now, swung on, bouncer to third, played on a high hop. Case got it over to first in time, 5-3. Well handled by Case on the hot corner. Also, that was a pretty great battle between Thomas and Holmes. Probably the best one we've seen so far tonight.
Joshua Proctor.
2 away now for the Knights, and that brings up their right fielder, Joshua Proctor. It's the first pitch towards the parking lot, 0-1. Proctor, the second strikeout victim of Ethan Thomas back in the first. Twirls his bat around as he awaits the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Couldn't catch up with 91 at the top of the zone. Count moves to 0-2. Thomas lets out a sigh into his motion. 0-2, swung on, bouncer to short. Soto Jr. charging, throws over in time. 6-3, and that'll do it. In the top of the fourth, no runs, hits, errors, or anyone left on base. To the bottom of the fourth we go, 2-0, Pickles.
In this day and age, there's so much misinformation out there. Having a relationship with the viewer that is about truth and about accountability, that is more important now than ever before. So I was born here, grew up here, graduated from high school at 18 from Jesuit out there in Beaverton, then went off to college. But ever since I graduated, I always kind of thought in the back of my mind, maybe I'll come back to Portland, and this was an opportunity I couldn't pass up.
This is how you build a community of health and hope. With award-winning heart specialists, personalized women's care, a hospital 100 years in the making, and dozens of clinics that bring health and healing to your neighborhood, all strengthened by our partnership with OHSU. Adventist Health Portland, all the care you need, right where you need it.
Columbia will in it. Locations across the Portland, Vancouver area.
Welcome back, baseball friends. We are moving on to the bottom of the fourth inning where your Pickles lead 2-0. And new pitcher on the mound for the Corvallis Knights. That is number 14, Chance Wallace. Wallace threw a Pacific U earlier this spring. Right-hander takes over for Zach Johnson, who goes 3 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs. Both of those were earned. Walked 2 and struck out 2. So your Pickles already into the Knights bullpen. Chance is going to be facing Zion Williams, Kevin Ferguson, and Connor Stewart.
Now is the time, right behind the Mr. Plywood deck. Only 7 are left. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for your Portland Pickles, the left fielder from Loyola Marymount, number 17, Zion Williams.
Williams worked a walk his last time up, but facing a new pitcher now as that first pitch low and inside at 85, ball 1. And there we've got the defense for Corvallis. That pitch misses outside, ball 2. Xavier Rios behind the dish, Jake Holmes at first, Elliott Brown at second, Brooks Avery at third, Braden Mondo at short. 2-0 from Wallace, fouled off to the right. Kellen Siegel, Sam Giansante, and Joshua Proctor, the outfielders from left to right. Unlikely that we're going to get to show the Dillon race. We might film it and run it later. We're working on that as that pitch fouled back. Count goes to 2-2 on Zion. So we've partnered with Coin Plus and the local CW affiliate to broadcast some games locally here this year. So we're doing some new stuff with the broadcast. Wind and the 2-2 on the way. Swung on, popped up right side. Drifting over into foul territory, Jake Holmes now drifting back toward fair territory, but did catch it in foul territory. 3P the put out on Zion Williams.
Next up is your first baseman, number 26, Kevin Ferguson.
One away for first baseman Kevin Ferguson. Chance into his motion, pitch on the way. High and away, ball 1. 1-0 coming in, low. Nice stop by Rios. Count goes to 2-0 on Kevin. Kevin, a large part of the Pickles winning the 2024 West Coast League Championship that we are celebrating this evening. 2-0 in there for a strike at 86. Count now 2-1. Super happy to see him back. Ran into him down in the dugout earlier. Got to have a short conversation with him. 2-1 in there again. 77 on the gun. All right. Count now 2-2. Connor Stewart lurking on deck for Portland. Wallace is 2-2, low, ball 3. Probably due for some West Coast League updates. We'll get to those. 3-2, swung on, hit up the middle. Nice try for a grab by Braden Mondo, but that one finds its way into center field. Gary, that was a seeing eye single, right? Yeah.
Walking the plate is your catcher, number 20, Connor Stewart.
Connor Stewart, also a big part of last year's team. Finds himself at the dish with 1 on, 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. Glance over to first. Wallace's pitch swung on line right at the third baseman like it was DoorDash to him. Brooks Avery didn't even have to take a step. L5. 2 away.
Next up is your shortstop.
That's going to bring up your shortstop, Petey Soto Jr.
Soto Jr.
Ferguson gets his lead at first. Pitch on the way in there for a strike at 86. 0-1. Walker Faithful making some noise. 0-1 on its way, fouled back. Just glanced off the side of the tone pole. Sorry, I was trying to get my West Coast League scores to update. No, they do not get paid. They are all still college athletes. Long look over at first. 0-2 on the way, low and skitters away from Rios. Advancing on the wild pitch is Kevin Ferguson. No, pass ball. Thank you. Sorry about that. All right. I always love when the crowd figures out that the music person is listening to them. Like, that's one of my favorite things. That pitch missing low and in. Low and inside did not go around. Count moves to 2-2. Ooh, the most extra innings played at the walk. Good question. I think we've gone at least 12. I don't remember going 13. Long look back at second, 2-2 on the way inside. Ball 3, 3-2. All right, I like this crowd. I'm a big fan. Soto Jr. at the ready. Long look back to second. The 3-2 swung on. That was going to get down into right center field for extra bases. Will it get to the wall? Not quite. Cut off by Joshua Blochter. 1 run is going to score and raise those chairs on the RBI. Double from P. Soto Jr. Oh, baseball is so much fun.
Now batting, your center fielder, number 10, Jordan Lewis.
So, Petey Soto Jr. with the RBI double. He's hanging out in scoring position. Jordan Lewis back at the plate. First pitch he sees from Wallace. Swung on, foul tipped and held on to by Rios. 0-1. Okay, you better give him Chewbacca next time they ask, bud. I think your ego's inflated enough over there, friend. Look back at second, and now a throw to a non-existent player. No, he held on to it. Petey gets his lead off a second, tacitly being held on by Elliott Brown. Wallace comes set. 0-1, swung on and missed. 76 at the bottom of the zone.
Everybody clap your hands.
You are absolutely right, Tom. He's got a good size lead out at second. Now thinks a little better of it. Timeout called. Pitch clock violation. So the count now 1-2. Again, Brown lurking behind second base, creeping in now. Moves back to his position as the 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit down the third base line, but foul. So we'll reset again with the count 1-2. Well, at least they didn't boo. Wallace set at the chest. 1-2 on the way again. Low. That one gets away from Rios. Taken off for third on the wild pitch, and coasting in is P.D. Soto Jr. So Pickles with the fourth run, 90 feet away. Oh, if you catch a foul ball, you get to keep it. Absolutely. Especially if you actually catch it. I will celebrate you on this broadcast because nobody does it. Wallace set, 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, golf foul to the right side. Lewis in a heck of an at-bat here against Chance Wallace. Wallace working from the far third base side of the rubber. Comes set again. 2-2, well outside. Nice stab by Rios there. So the count full on Jordan. Kyle McDaniel on deck. Pickles looking to keep the rally going. Portland faithful here at Walker Stadium looking for the same thing. 3-2, swung on and missed. That'll do it for the Pickles here in the fourth, but they do get one more. To the top of the fifth we go, 3-0 Pickles.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate, dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate, dominate, dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate, 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 dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate, dominate, dominate. Dominate, dominate, dominate.
When you move here, I feel like there is almost just a permission to do your thing.
So it's very easy to kind of find out who you are in terms of your identity as an artist or a performer.
I think that's what I see out here is people doing what they love.
Portland is a city for dreamers.
Need a portable.
Welcome back, friends. Dylan hanging out down the third base line. He is a pickle of the people. I might have mentioned this before. Great night for baseball here at Walker Stadium. Fans chilling out at the top of the stands area. I don't blame them. Got a small breeze rolling in. Oh, we do have a little bit of dizzy bat. I told you the middle player cheated.
Corvallis, number 9, Kellen Siegel.
Kellen Siegel, Xavier Rios, and Aiden O'Malley for the Knights. Pitch on the way, swung on, and that is hit hard to left field. Will it stay in play? No. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? What a grab down the left field line by Zion Williams. It was out of the park, and he brought it back in. Holy cow. What an amazing grab from that young man out in left. Jeez. So,
Number 15, Xavier Rios.
I'm going to call that 7F with an exclamation point. Holy cow. First pitch of this AB from Thomas, low ball 1. Look at this, seriously. Fly ball out to left. Now look down the netting. You're gonna see the glove. There's an opening down there and a fence. He reached all the way over and was able to make that grab. Fans, that is how you catch a foul ball at Walker Stadium. Please to be taking notes. 1-0 pitch on the way, and the dirt ball 2. Zion's a heck of a player out there, absolutely. Also, Ethan Thomas letting everything show tonight. This kid's been on fire. Into his motion now, and the 2-0 on its way. Swung on that one, taken out to right field. Burn. And nobody over there took any notes on the catch that was made out in left field. All right. 2-1 the count on Xavier. Xavier was the 4th of 4 strikeouts in a row from Ethan Thomas, at bookending the end of the first and beginning of the second. That pitch called strike on the outer part of the plate at 89. Count 2-2. We've only dropped about 5 degrees since the start of game time, but it feels like more than that. Direction of the wind shifted, blowing a little more into the press box now. 2-2 on the way, fouled into the netting on the right. Scott H. checking in. Seems like the recruiting game was on point this offseason. You are not wrong, friend. This team has looked great so far from what I've seen of them. Ethan lets out a sign, now brings in the 2-2. Called strike 3, got him. Strikeout number 6 for Ethan Thomas, 2 away. Are fans allowed to ask players for autographs, or is that frowned upon? No, you're totally allowed to do that, Fred. Absolutely. I mean, don't rush onto the field and ask Petey Soto Jr. for his autograph like right now. That would probably be bad. How many innings when the lights went out last year? I believe that was in the 12th. First pitch missing low and outside, ball 1. And I believe that was the season before last, Steve. The Lights game was 2 years ago, wasn't it, Gary? Yeah, okay. And I believe we were in the 12th. Everything in the stadium got very fuzzy after about 11:30 as that pitch fouled off to the right side. Jacob Fisher's done a wonderful job in making sure that the plate is kept clean enough that he can see it, and I appreciate that. 1-1 the count on Aiden O'Malley. 2 down, nobody on. Pickles with a 3-0 lead. And I forgot the West Coast League scores. Man, that one hit him. Got him in the arm. Aiden O'Malley going to be aboard with 2 away. Thankfully, it wasn't one of the pitches in the low to mid-90s. You see, I can say that because it was 89, right? Oh, I'm sure it probably hurt 2 miles an hour less. 1 on, 2 away. That's going to bring up Sam Giansante, who does know Aiden O'Malley's pain. He was hitting his last time at bat, but in the helmet, which is entirely different. Pitch on the inside of the plate. Good looking at 88. 0-1. O'Malley gets his lead over at first. Thomas checks over. Now with the 0-1 off the plate. One and one the count. with his lead over at first. Enough to draw a throw back in safely. Nice grab by Kevin Ferguson. Well, you know, see, I'm going to start this, then the out is going to happen, and I'm going to wish I hadn't started giving you all the West Coast League updates. Thomas comes set at the belt. The 1-1, swung on and missed. Nanaimo leading Port Angeles 7-0 in the top of the 8th. Apple Sox, not to be outdone, leading the Kelowna Falcons 13-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Bellingham Bells with a 3-0 lead on Cam Loops. Bend destroying the Drifters 9-1. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, hit up the middle, and that'll get into center field for a base hit. Charging the ball, Jordan Lewis gets the ball back in. O'Malley decides to hang out at second base. So Gian Sante aboard for his second straight time. Marion Barry 7, Richfield Raptors 3 in the top of the 8th. And it looks like we got a mound visit for Portland as you watch that bouncer go right up the middle into center field.
Hey, Joe, we got a special birthday
in Edmonton, the Riverhawks leading the Victoria Harbor Cats 13-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Walla Walla 1, Yakima Valley Pippins 0. That game in the bottom of the 4th in Yakima Valley. And of course here at Walker Stadium, your Portland Pickles lead the Corvallis Knights 3-0 with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Clouds dotting the sky to the west. Nice purple-pink color. Fades out to blue as you move across the horizon. Pretty night out here. Elliott Brown bounced into a 6-4-3 double play his last time up. Fouls the first pitch off into the netting on the left. 0-1. Whoa, the germ is in the house? Yeah, everybody loves the germ. Oh, 0-1 the count on Elliott Brown. That pitch in there for a strike at 92, bottom of the zone. Elliott Brown down 0-2. O'Malley a lead at second, Gian Sante a lead at first. Thomas has his sign from Connor Stewart. Brings in the 0-2, swung on, bouncer to third. Charging throw over to first. In time, 5-3, and that will do it for Corvallis in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on. To the bottom of the 5th we go still. 3-0 Pickles.
Portable restroom? Choose Willie Make It. We provide superior portable restrooms with unmatched customer service. Give our friendly office staff a call and set up your rental today.
What pairs well with pickles? Gourmet sausages and franks from Zenner's Sausage Company, official sausage of the Portland Pickles. You can find Zenner's craft sausages at retailers such as New Seasons, Market of Choice, QFCs, and many other restaurants around town. Find out more at zenners.com.
Game on!
Game on!
Game on!
Bet it all on me, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it all on me, yeah. Bet on me, I got that high hand, tell them stop playing, wait, bet it all on me, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it all on me, bet it, bet it, bet it.
Welcome back, baseball friends. This Carnival Cruise moves on to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your Portland leading the visiting Corvallis Knights by a score of 3-0. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Knights. That is number 42, Jashawn Unger. Unger, a right-handed thrower, attended the University of Nebraska at Lincoln this past season. He takes over for Chance Wallace, who goes in and gives up 2 hits, 1 run. That run was earned, did not walk or hit a batter, and did strike out 1. So Unger on to face Kyle McDaniel, Case Naone, and Bryson Glasgow for your Pickles. Mike, do you still have the Lego character? I absolutely do. And if I'm being honest about it, I think the green pinstripe jersey was based upon the Lego minifig of myself I did last season. Because my ego's huge. Kyle McDaniel, first pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. Kyle homered his last time up. Obviously the first time he's facing Jay-Sean. Pitch on the way, swung on, inside out, swing to left field, will it stay fair? It will, and that is gonna roll. Checking into second base with a lead-off double is your second baseman, Kyle McDaniel. Ahoy, friend. Aw, I appreciate that.
Number 37.
That's all right. We're going to do that one of these days. All right. Appreciate you, friend. Aw, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, friends. Fried pickle chips delivered to the press box. I am not going to complain about that. Case Naone at the plate. Shows bunt. Tries to push it down the first baseline. Goes foul. 0-1. Friends, if you haven't been out to Walker Stadium yet this season but plan on making it out, I do suggest the deep fried pickle chips. They're wonderful. Look back to second from Unger, pitch on the way, swung on and missed.
There's a 50-50 raffle tonight. Buy a ticket, buy 5. That's right, BA, there it is.
0-2 the count on Case. Bryson Glasgow on deck. Unger looks back at second. And again. Now the 0-2. Wood 81. Count 1-2. Listen, I was originally not on board with the pickle chip and peanut butter idea, but I've changed course on that. Look back to second. 1-2 on the way. Off the plate. Evens the count at 2-2. At some point before we do this, I'll take a poll as to whether or not we're doing crunchy or creamy peanut butter. I will bring in the peanut butter. We'll get the order of pickle chips. It'll be a whole thing. It'll be fun. You can play along at home if you want to. And I don't blame you if you don't. Look back at second. 2-2 pitch on the way. Low ball. Oh! My apologies. Got the lower part of the strike zone at 92 miles an hour. Case Naone caught looking.
Number 36, Bryson Glasgow.
First strikeout for Unger, fourth strikeout for Knights pitchers overall. So Glasgow with a runner in scoring position, 1 down. Takes the first pitch he sees and lines it into center field. McDaniel had to go back to second to make sure the shortstop wasn't lurking behind him to make a play on the line drive. He was not, so he was only able to get to third on the play, but Glasgow with the single. Pickles with runners on the corners, 1 down.
Number 23, Josh Schweikart.
Josh Schweikart, a chance to do some damage. Yeah, Tom, it's still a thing. We're just not airing it the way that we used to. Things are changing a little bit. Bunt shown, pulled back, pitch over for a strike at 91, 0-1. You saw McDaniel go back there, just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to get doubled off at second on a line drive. Unger brings in the 0-1 outside. Again, nice stop by Rios behind the plate. Rios had himself a solid night behind the dish. 1 down, 1-1 count on Schleichart.
Tonight's 50-50
that one off the plate, 2-1.
We're going to pull 2 winners, and the first person can choose the money or a replica of a championship ring.
All right, so the 50-50 raffle tonight. Opportunity to win a replica ring. 2-1 pitch in there for strike 2.
The second winner gets the other thing. That's probably the money.
Two and 2 the count on Schleichart. Josh looking for his first hit tonight. Swung on and missed. Comes up empty there. The quest will continue in his next at-bat. 5th strikeout for Knights pitchers overall. 2nd in a row for Unger.
Here comes your left fielder, number 17, Zion Williams.
Zion Williams, 2 on, 2 down. Pickles with a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Unger lets out a sigh and checks first. Brings in his first pitch of the at-bat. Inside, ball 1. Ooh, sweet chili Thai sauce with the peanut butter and the fried pickle. Swung on, hit out to right field, at the berm, maybe behind it. Oh! Almost had it, almost had it, almost.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
Glasgow a lead over at first, McDaniel a lead at third. 1-1 pitch now. In there for a strike, 1-2. Runners reestablish their lead. Unger comes set. Throw over to first. Not in time. So we'll reset and do it again. Zion at the ready. Unger has his sign. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Gets behind the catcher. Gonna be a chase down to first. Safe in the run. Scores. Raise those chairs. So Zion Williams strikes out swinging. The ball gets behind Xavier Rios at the plate. Throw it up the line, but into the base paths, and Zion Williams aboard at first on the strikeout.
Here's your first baseman, number 26, Kevin Ferguson.
So 1 run in, runners on at first and second for Kevin Ferguson. Takes the first pitch, bouncer towards second. Throw over to first in time. I believe that was actually 1-4-3. That'll do it for the Pickles here in the 5th, but they push across another run to the top of the 6th. We go 4-0 Portland.
Going 6 is all about keeping you informed. Now, the all-new Coin Plus streaming app is your way of staying more connected than ever. Watch live newscasts.
Why the governor today held a news conference.
Or the stories you want to see on demand, anytime. Just go to the channel store and search Coin Plus.
We've got you covered.
It is fantastic. The Coin Plus app is free on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Rivermark is growing to better serve our community with more locations and extended hours for our busy members. Together, we're working to transform lives and communities through financial wellness and a focus on increased give back. Become part of something more. With us, you can.
We're ready to rise and shine.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate.
I'm Ken Body. I've been covering news at Coin6 for nearly 40 years. I've seen scandals.
In the end, our mistakes will be fewer.
I've witnessed celebrations. And I know the issues that matter most to you.
But if there's one thing I've learned, it's all about trust.
Coin6 works hard every day to earn that trust. We ask the tough questions at the heart of the issues.
What's the plan from here?
And get to what matters most. It's what you need to know to make informed decisions. Coin6,
watching out for you.
So I've been doing
from Jessup University, Jordan Caesar.
Well, if you didn't hear the one and only Joe Simon saying so, new pitcher on the mound for your Portland Pickles, number 31, Jordan Caesar. Left-hander from Jessup University. He takes over for Ethan Thomas, who had an absolutely brilliant outing. Scattered 2 hits across 5 innings, did not give up a run, did not walk a batter, though he did hit 2 and he struck out 6. So an amazing performance from your Pickle starter. And there is your Dylan versus Dave's hot chicken race. Tonight, the chicken got out to an early lead. Dylan, though, able to overtake in the batter's eye and eventually won by about 2.5 frames. So Dylan 1-0 on the season. Matt Rifkin checking in. How you doing, Fred? Good to have you along.
Leading off for Corvallis, number 12, Brooks Avery.
Brooks Avery, Braden Mondo, and Jake Holmes for the Knights here in the 6th. First pitch misses away at 86. 1-0. Cesar's next pitch, also outside. Michael Summers checking in. Welcome. Glad to have you along, friend. Jordan now with the 2-0 in there for a strike at 86. Catches the bottom of the zone for 2-1. Next pitch on the way, off the plate, ball 3. 3-1 on Avery. I think he struck out his last time up in the 3rd. Watches that one sail by and earns a walk. Which missed high and outside. Avery aboard for Braden Mondo.
Back is out. Moonberries are our friends at Schilling Cider Company.
Kai, is this the Lemonade song? Yeah. Okay. You got any grapes, right? Yeah, okay. That's amazing. Runner on first, nobody out for Braden Mondo. He watches the first pitch miss high and outside, ball 1. Avery gets his lead over at first as Cesar comes set. Looks over at first. The 1-0. Low and inside. Nice stop by Connor Stewart. McDaniel playing a couple steps in from the outfield grass. Double play depth for Portland. Runner goes, pitch outside, throw down to second, a little wide. Stolen base for Brooks Avery. So Corvallis a runner in scoring position. Nobody down. Lawrence checking in. Any former Pickles make it to the show? Yes, indeed. Kyle Manzardo for the Cleveland Guardians was tearing it up. Avery gets his lead out at second. 3-0 on the way. Outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. And Mag's out of the dugout.
Okay, a reminder, the 50-50 raffle will be happening later on in the game. We usually do it in 8th inning-ish.
Bob Van Dam checking in.
The first ticket we draw will have a choice. You can win.
So that'll do it for Jordan Cesar. We will be back in a moment with the new Pickles pitcher. Your score 4-0 as play continues. We'll be back in a moment.
Are you kidding? Who's in charge of snacks this week?
Tank's full. Game on. Nice work. That saved us 32 seconds. Wait, has anybody seen Adam?
Get up, get out of your bed now. You're wasting your time. 'Cause it's a beautiful day now. Ready to rise and shine.
Yeah, buddy.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate, 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 dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate, dominate, dominate.
Journey, make the switch. It's a better venue by visiting rivermarcu.org/Pickles.
Welcome back, broadcast friends. New pitcher on the mound, number 12, Hayden Hall from Cal State Northridge. He got into the series against Cowlitz through 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. Did not give up a run. He takes over for Jordan Cesar, who faces 2 batters, did not give up any hits, did walk 2. So Hayden Hall being asked to put out a small fire here in the top of the 6th inning. Brooks Avery led off the inning, drawing a walk. He was followed by Braden Mondo, who worked a walk after Avery stole second. And that's where we find ourselves now. Runners on first and second, nobody down in the top of the 6th. Most of the color has left the clouds that were hanging out in left field. They've also started to drift across to right field as well. Now basically dark in nature as dusk setting in here at the walk. Jake Holmes checks in. First pitch he sees off the plate at 87, 1-0. All set, looks back at second. Stares back at second. 1-0 on the way. Foul. Back. Count 1-1 on Jake Holmes. Struck out in the first. Bounced out to third in the fourth. Here with a chance to try and get Corvallis back in the game. Look back at second. Hall's throw now. Back standing is Avery. One on the way. Inside ball 2. 2-1 the count on Jake Holmes. Avery a lead at second. Mondo a lead over at first. Hall looks back before the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Long throw down to second from Connor Stewart. Tag applied. Not quite in time. Avery had quite the lead out there at second. Stewart tried to catch him sleeping and was almost successful. Two and two the count. Captain Crunch checking in the chat. Swung on and missed. Holmes down swinging on an 87-mile-an-hour pitch at the top of the zone. Second time he has struck out. First strikeout for Hayden Hall. Ron gonna hang K number 7 out there in left field.
Number 44, Joshua Proctor.
Good throw from Stewart down to second base there. So double play will get Portland out of the inning. Proctor at the plate, 2 on, 1 down. That was the first pitch just off the top of the netting, bounces back and darn near hits him on the helmet coming back into the field of play. 0-1. All shakes off Stewart once. Now he's got his sign. 0-1. Out to right field. Josh Schleikart running toward the line, and that one's going to get down. 0-2. Okay, so the Port Angeles lefties got shut out 7-0 by Nanaimo in Port Angeles. That game a final. In Wenatchee, the Apple Sox destroyed the Kelowna Falcons 13-0. That game is final. Edmonton Riverhawks also scored 13, but they coughed up 3 to Victoria. That game final as well. Everybody else still live. 0-2 pitch on the way. High and outside, ball 1. In the top of the 9th in Bellingham, Bells leading the North Paws 3-0. Bottom of the 9th, Raptors trailing the Marionberries 9-3. Drifters trailing the Bend Elks 11-2 in Springfield. That game in the top of the 8th. Look back to second in the 1-2. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Or no, excuse me, in foul territory. It's going to be Connor Stewart making the play. 2P, well done. I saw Hayden Hall coming over to back him up and thought it was still in fair territory. Well done by the Pickles catcher. So Hayden Hall has completed 2/3 of the tasks set about him.
Number 9, Kellen Siegel.
Kellen Siegel to the plate. Fouls that offering into the netting on the right. 0-1. Yakima Valley 2, Walla Walla Sweets 1. That game only in the bottom of the 6th. But so are we. No, excuse me. We're still in the top of the 6th. Boy. Look back at second. A 1 on the way. High. Another throw down to second. Didn't quite get him, but it was close. Connor Stewart feeling it down there behind the dish right now. Dang. That is twice they've almost caught Avery flat-footed out there. Germ getting a round of applause down the third baseline for doing Germy things. The 1-1 outside, ball 2. Look at this throw from Stewart. Right on the money, just about had him. Avery's lead had been just even half a step farther towards third. He would have been toast. 2-1 pitch misses high, ball 3. Count 3-1. All has his sign, comes set at the waist. 3-1, swung on and missed. 88 in the zone. Count goes full. I got to go attend the games in Sacramento that the Mariners played against the Athletics. 3-2 on the way. Misses low, ball 4. Siegel able to load the bases for Corvallis without the benefit of a hit. Mondo to second, Avery to third, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Xavier Rios.
Now batting number 15, Xavier Rios.
What is the most important thing to know about the Germ? Well, I believe he's got 6 hands, and I believe he was born out of the COVID times. That pitch bends in for a strike at 73. 0-1 on Rios. Debbie looking for a strikeout. One on the way. Called strike 2. Sticking with the off-speed stuff, 73 on. Nice bend to that pitch. Rios has been called out twice looking so far this game. Knight at every base. Pitch on the way, swung on, hit to the left side, and that's going to find its way into left field. 1 run's going to come in to score. Mondo rounding third, heading for home. The throw in, not going to be in time. A 2-run single for Xavier Rios. On the play, Kellen Siegel advances to second. Both Avery scores and Mondo. Crowd getting a little antsy now. Runners on first and second, 2 down. Corvallis has cut the lead in half, 4-2. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Back to the fastball at 87, top of the zone. 0-1. Back to second, 0-1. High and tight. Evens up to count at 1-1. Siegel extends his lead out at second base. The 1-1 in there for a strike. 72 miles an hour. Starting to wonder if they're afraid of his off-speed pitches. I don't know that I've seen somebody swing at one. O'Malley represents the go-ahead run for Corvallis at the plate. Swung on and missed. Hayden Hall gets the strikeout, and the inning is finally over, but not before. 2 runs come across for the Knights. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning now. 4-2 Pickles.
Tank's full. Game on. Nice work. That saved us 32 seconds.
Wait, has anybody seen Adam?
Get up, get out of your bed now. Wasting your time. Ready to rise and shine.
Yeah, buddy.
In this day and age, there's so much misinformation out there. Having a relationship with the viewer that is about truth and about accountability, that is more important now than ever before. So I was born here, grew up here, graduated from high school at 18 from Jesuit out there in Beaverton, then went off to college. But ever since I graduated, I always kind of thought in the back of my mind, maybe I'll come back to Portland, and this was an opportunity I couldn't pass up.
I did not come to play, I came to...
To the bottom of the 6th we go. New ball game now. Corvallis plating 2 runs in the top of the 6th. Cut the lead in half. Portland now with a 4-2 lead. Connor Stewart, Petey Soto Jr. and Jordan Lewis due up.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for your Portland Pickles, number 20, Connor Stewart.
I ripped a few packs earlier today. Got myself 2 different Kyle Manzardo cards, actually. Pitch on the way.
Still looking for Miley Escobar. Miley
In there for a strike, 0-1.
Student identification at the parties at please come get it immediately. Miley Escobar.
Brooks Avery over at third has been the nemesis of Connor Stewart. Popped out that direction and lined out that direction. Evens the count at 1-1. Pitch on the way, swung on, popped up.